This morning's a very important morning because we have now witnessed the last World Championship race of the great, I won't call the name. When the history of track and field is told, the name Shelly Fraser Price will never fade. From the humble lanes of Waterhouse in Kingston, she rose not just to run, but to redefine speed itself. In 2008, Ton, I don't know if you remember, at just 21 years old, she stunned the world in Beijing. Jamaica had never before seen a woman win an Olympic gold in the 100 meters. She not only win, she announced that a new era had arrived. 4 years later in London, she defended that title, becoming only the third woman in history to do so. By the time she completed her Olympic journey, she carried home 8 medals, 3 gold, 4 silver, 1 bronze, each one proof that consistency, not chance, was her true gift. But it was at the World Championships where her legend towers highest: 17 medals, 10 gold, 6 silver, 1 bronze. She has stood on more podiums than almost anyone in history. In the 100 meters alone, she has been crowned world champion 5 times. And in 2019, after giving birth to her son that she loves so much, she returned, not diminished, but greater. She became the first mother in 24 years to win a global 100-meter title, and at 35, the oldest to do so. Shelly story is not only about medals, it is about resilience. It is about the young woman once dismissed as too small, now known worldwide as the pocket rocket. And I care to say, Tana, a lot of people won't know this story because I've never told this story. Once I went by an establishment to get a healthy meal, and I saw a lady in front of me, and she was talking to the server in that space, a very tiny, nice little space. And, she was saying, how could that take so long? And normally take so long, So when I saw how short this lady is, I'm like, who is this lady? When she turned around, and a friend of mine was there with me, when she turned around, the two of them engaged in conversation, and I had a double take. I said, wait, that's Shelly. Yes. And she was just there. I ended up in the conversation, and we were just talking about the offerings of that particular service space. And I was like, this is pretty cool. She's just pretty cool, pretty chill. And she was just there talking randomly in the space, and she's just a nice personality, a warm personality when you meet her.
That's Shelly.
That is Shelly Fraser Price. So it's not just the medals, it is what comes out of her mouth, it is her persona, it's how she carries herself. And you could see that that's one of her regular spots because she had that rapport with the persons who were serving there. And it was so interesting to see how short she was and to think how great she is. And that says a lot because it is about a Jamaican mother who balanced family with sport and still outpaced a new generation of sprinters in her 30s. Her career is not only measured in seconds, but it's also measured in impact. She inspired young girls across Jamaica to believe that greatness could come from any community, no matter how overlooked. She carried the Jamaican flag on tracks from Berlin to Doha, from Moscow to Eugene, ensuring the rhythm of her island was heard every single time she exploded from the blocks. She proved that sprinting is not a short career. It is a craft that can span decades if discipline and passion are unshakable. Shelly Ann Fraser-Pryce is more than an athlete. She's a national heroine, a symbol of perseverance, and one of the greatest sprinters the world has ever seen. I'm telling you, Tana. I remember passing Jamaica College a couple of years ago when, she parted from her old coach, and people are wondering what's going on, what's going to happen. They're always concerned. I remember seeing her just out there in the early mornings, every morning, training consistently. That's who Shelly Ann is. And so we salute her, and we witnessed her receiving her silver medal as she passed on the baton to the younger generation, the Tias and the Tinas now of our time that are stepping up to go in place as Shelly Ann leaves the scene. So we salute her, not just for her lightning speed, not just for her glittering medal count, but for the way she carried Jamaica on her shoulders and proved that dreams, when run with courage, can outlast time itself. And that's what's on my mind.